You know, during graduation season, what typically comes to mind is seniors turning the tassel and then moving on to a new season in life. But today we're honoring a special young man that's bidding farewell to pre-K. Meet Nigel Odum, known at his preschool at Marcus Autism Center as the mayor. Nigel was diagnosed with autism when he was 1, and he's been in the pre-K program there since he was 2. Nigel's made a lot of friends along the way, but one of the most special connections is with this man, Mr. Charlie, the building maintenance supervisor. So Nigel's off to kindergarten next, but Nigel, the mayor, will always be considered family, and Mr. Charlie and his teachers will be cheering him on.